is Jasmine Nicole, and welcome to my channel. This is Zepbound / GLP-1 Life with Jazz. I want to just first off, show my appreciation for being able to tap into a community and share the journey, share the struggles, uplift each other, share ideas, you know, see what works for one and see if it works for another. To be able to have that type of engagement and have a community to feel included in on certain issues such as obesity, such as weight management, it is just very encouraging for me. It's a safe space for me because I've been dealing with weight loss, weight management most of my adult life. I've been dealing with obesity my adolescent life up into my adult life. So I definitely, and I've been through the weight loss journeys. I have tried different systems, and then of course just the basic, you know what I'm saying, just the basic brick and mortar calorie deficits, calories in versus out, and just exercising and restricting. But along the way, I ran into stalls, hurdles, due to me just not having a healthy mindset with food, with moderation, even with restricting. Sometimes that can be too obsessive, and you need to have a great balance with that. And I found myself caught up in that whimsical. So having a medication such as Zepbound or other GLP-1s, you're just using a compound, you know, which I don't really recommend, but, you know, if you did your due diligence research on it and you're okay with it and it's working for you and you're still staying up to date with your primary physician and checking up on the updates, then that's fine. Then it's still benefiting, it's still doing what it needs to do for you for weight loss and weight management. I'm for it. So that being said, let me get into how this medication is affecting me so far. I am approaching my last injection, not today, but it will be next week. And what are my thoughts so far? What happened? I'm going to tell you right now, the first 2 days, I experienced the common side effects. I'm telling you, according to some other people, they may have had a couple, or some may not have experienced side effects. It seemed like the common side effects came with me hard, okay? It just hit me with a force the first 2 days. One of the main ones was belching. Sulfur belching or metallic belching or boiled egg smell belching. When you belch, it smells like a chemical. It smells like a metallic type of smell. They call it a sulfur belch. And it keeps coming randomly. I'm just sitting there and I'm just belching. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so disgustingly barbaric. I'm like, I hope this stops. Oh my gosh, this cannot continue throughout my usage of this medication. Okay, so we had the sulfur belches. Excuse me. Next, diarrhea. Diarrhea came. It did leave, but it came. And I probably had about maybe 4 or 5 trips to the bathroom, being 100, just sitting watching TV, and I'm just hearing my stomach just going off. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then boom, bam, and then it comes with a vengeance. I don't know if this is a part of the like the cleansing. It's cleansing your gastric tract out, starting you off. I don't know, but I really felt cleansed. I'm not gonna lie. I felt released and I felt cleansed. Another common side effect is fatigue. I didn't really have too much of the fatigue. I can't remember myself. Was I really feeling tired? Not as much, really. But there are some reviews from people saying that they did feel the fatigue. And then some said they felt a spurt of energy as well. The fatigue was not really an effect for me. Those are pretty much most of the side effects that I had, okay? and they left. They did. Are there any side effects that are lingering? Oh, nausea. I did experience nausea. It wasn't heavy. It wasn't long-winded nausea, but I did have spurts of nausea, and if I drank water, it would go away. That's pretty much it. Appetite suppression part of this, the appetite suppression, it definitely hit, and I'm at a 2.5 milligram. I'm about to titrate up, which is increase my dose up to a 5 milligram. Usually on this, you start off with the beginning dose of 2.5 milligram, just so it can get adjusted to your system. I do understand some people may remain on 2.5, and of course, this is also according to your physician's recommendations, because they're the one that approves your prescription of any dosage of the medication. So when it's time to go up, they're, I'm sure, going to assess your profile and just maybe, you know, consult with you, or you need to consult with your physician and make sure that it's right for you to up the dose. But a part of the process, from what I understand, is normal to up the dose. So I'm upping the dose to a 5. Do I feel like I need the 5 milligram? Yes, I do feel like I need the 5. I do notice that the suppression is heavy. Probably like maybe the first 4 days, definitely the first 2 days, but it starts losing momentum towards the end of your week, or, you know, towards the end, whatever day of the week you inject, towards that day, maybe a couple days from that day of your injection, you start to lose momentum. You still have some suppression, but it's not as heavy as the initial suppression. And I'm trying to figure out if that's because I need to dose up, so that's why I'm going to dose up, or is it something else that I'm not doing properly? And honestly, I think I'm doing everything else accordingly. I work out regularly, do the weight training. I'm really trying to stay on a protein. That is always going to be a hit and miss with all of us, but I'm trying to hit at least 50 grams plus of protein, supplementing also where I can. Protein makes you feel fuller too. Keep that in mind, not just fiber. More protein makes you feel fuller, which aids with this appetite suppression of you feeling fuller longer. When you're eating the lean proteins, you're eating what you're supposed to eat, you're really not going to have to worry about those food noises. So I'm really trying to make sure that I'm hitting all those areas. And to me, I'm hitting all the areas, in my opinion, from my assessment. And I'm still, you know, I still can tell that I can use a little more of a stronger appetite suppression. So I'm going to go up to the 5. Remember, just judge everything based on you individually, how the medication is working with you, how it's affecting you every day, your appetite. Are you having outside thoughts on food? Are you constantly still thinking about food? So after you figure all that out, if it seems like it's more logical and advantageous to titrate your dose, up your dose, and let's go on with this journey. As a system, you got to see what works. And most of the time, people are upping their doses. That's what works. Do I recommend upping your dose too soon? No. But in the beginning, I do think, since you're really trying to get familiar with the medication and how it's working with your body, how you can work with it in your body, I think you should go up to at least a 5. It just is, in my opinion, at least a 5. There are people who are going up from a 5, a 5 to a 7.5, and then from a 7.5 to a 10, and then to the very last that you can titrate up to, which is the 15 milligram. You can't go any further than that at this time. That is all. That's my dog having a little fit, trying to get out and see that I'm doing something, so wants to make issues. Wants to make issues while I'm in the middle of recording, okay? That's all that is. Please disregard, and let's continue with regular broadcasting, okay? I'm sure there's some clinical research on extending doses. I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's always stuff going on in the medical world, definitely in regards to these type of medications, weight loss management, chronic weight loss management medications. But when you get to 15, that's where you at. So you have no choice but to maintain there and deal with whatever outside food thoughts you got going on, and try to make sure that your lifestyle routine, your eating routine, is in accordance with the medication, so everything could pretty much run smoothly. Because according to the data, this works. This works according to the data. So if something's getting thrown off with us, we need to really assess our panel. We need to make sure we're doing A, B, C, and D. You know, that's how I'm holding myself accountable. I'm trying to figure this thing out like everyone else. But so far, this is my update with Zepbound. It's pretty much my first month. I will be going up, and I will be reporting to you guys as I go along. So thanks for tuning in. Remember, be real to you. I'm going to get at y'all in the next video.